In the silent vastness where light whispers secrets only darkness can understand, a cosmic paradox unfolds, an act of destruction that breathes new chaos into the fabric of space itself. Imagine a delicate ballet of celestial stones, once silent witnesses to eternity, suddenly torn asunder by a single, unseen force. In that moment, over 100 colossal boulders, massive as mountains, were cast into the void, not with the gentle grace of a star's dying glow, but with the ferocity of a cosmic storm, hurtling at 187 kilometers per hour. It is as if the universe itself paused, holding its breath at the sight of this unexpected upheaval. A silent thunder echoing across the void, reshaping the very dance of celestial bodies. What does it mean when a simple collision can send shock waves of momentum that threaten to redefine our understanding of planetary defense? As we stand on the edge of this revelation, gazing into the vast unknown, we are left to wonder, what secrets lie behind this cosmic veil, waiting to be unraveled? In the vast, silent expanse of the universe, where stars are born from swirling clouds of gas and dust, a delicate balance holds the fabric of space in fragile harmony. It's a theater of cosmic grandeur, where celestial bodies move in an intricate dance, governed by unseen forces and ancient laws. Yet even within this majestic order, chaos lurks, a reminder that the universe is as unpredictable as it is magnificent. Imagine a tiny, seemingly insignificant point of matter, hurtling through the void at unimaginable speeds. Now, picture that speck, an asteroid, on a collision course with Earth, a silent threat lurking in the dark. The recent efforts of human ingenuity, exemplified by NASA's DART mission, aimed to confront this danger. A precise, deliberate strike intended to nudge a distant asteroid onto a safer trajectory. But what happened next was far beyond mere collision. Instead of a simple deflection, the impact unleashed a staggering spectacle. Over 100 colossal boulders, each the size of a small city, were expelled into space at a velocity of 187 kilometers per hour. To put that into perspective, it's akin to watching a fleet of massive stone ships breaking free from their celestial moorings, surging outward in a silent, unstoppable wave. These boulders, once part of the asteroid's rocky core, now drift like debris in the vastness, a tumultuous reminder of the raw power hidden within the cosmos. This phenomenon is not just a visual marvel, it's a profound statement about the nature of celestial bodies. They are not static, unchanging entities, but dynamic, ever-shifting structures capable of unleashing chaos when disturbed. The impact's momentum shift is akin to a cosmic earthquake, the sudden release of energy that echoes through space, altering the asteroid's future path and challenging our understanding of planetary defense. As we witness these gargantuan stones tumbling into the void, we are reminded of the universe's duality, its capacity for beauty and destruction, its order and chaos intertwined in an eternal dance. The forces at play are as old as time itself, yet our encounter with them is remarkably recent, born from our desire to protect our fragile home planet. What truths might be hidden within this infinite architecture? Could this violent, yet precise act of deflection teach us how to better navigate the unpredictable currents of space? Or is it a glimpse into the deeper, more mysterious workings of the universe itself, an ongoing story of creation, destruction, and rebirth? As the cosmos continues to reveal its secrets, one thing remains certain: we are only beginning to understand the vast, awe-inspiring machinery of the universe we call home. As we gaze softly into the vastness of the stars, it's impossible not to feel the delicate dance of the universe around us. A single moment of intervention, a precise touch from humanity's hands, sent ripples through the silent cosmos. Over 100 giant boulders launched into space at 187 kilometers per hour. What was meant to be a simple deflection became a powerful reminder. The universe is a dynamic, living force. It whispers to us that even in chaos, there is beauty, an intricate balance of order and upheaval. If this journey has stirred something within you, this glimpse into the vast unknown, let your voice be heard. Share your reflections, your wonder, your hope. Let's return to where it all began, to the stars that call us, reminding us that we are part of something infinitely greater. Together, we are exploring not just the cosmos, but the very essence of our place within it. In the beginning, there was only a whisper, a primordial silence stretching beyond the reach of time and space. It was a silence so deep and vast that it echoed with the birth of all that would ever be. Within that void, chaos reigned like a restless artist, splattering the darkness with wild strokes of fire and dust. It was a dance of primal forces, swirling in a tumultuous symphony where no shape or order yet existed, only the raw, unfiltered chaos of potential. Imagine the universe as a forge, glowing with the molten remnants of stars long gone, embers of cosmic fires that once blazed fiercely, then cooled and settled into the silent memory of what had been. These stellar deaths, often violent and cataclysmic, are the universe's way of recycling itself. From the ashes of supernovae, new elements are born: carbon, oxygen, iron, ingredients for worlds and life itself. It is as if the universe, in its infinite patience, takes fire and dust, and, through destruction, crafts the building blocks of existence. In those ancient moments, before planets spun or stars shone, there was only an endless swirl of chaos, an unformed chaos that held within it the promise of everything. It was as if the universe was a vast cosmic womb, pregnant with potential, waiting for the moment of birth. The silence was not emptiness, but a sacred space, a quiet anticipation of becoming. And slowly, from that chaos, whispers of order emerged, like faint tremors signaling the dawn of something extraordinary. Stars ignited like divine fires in the darkness, their light piercing through the cosmic veil. They burned with fierce intensity, forging elements in their cores, a process akin to celestial alchemy. When these stars reached their end, they expelled their innermost secrets into the void, scattering dust and gas across the fabric of space. These remnants, swirling and coalescing over eons, became the seeds of new worlds, the silent architects of our existence. It is within this timeless cycle of destruction and renewal that we find our roots. We are born from the ashes of ancient stars, woven into a tapestry spun from cosmic dust and fiery remnants. Our atoms are echoes of stellar deaths, whispers carried across the universe's vast corridors, reminders that even in destruction, there is creation. That chaos, in its relentless drive, gives way to structure, to form, to life. And yet, at the very edge of existence, beyond the grasp of our understanding, remains an enduring question. What lies hidden beneath that ancient silence? Is it merely the absence of sound? Or is it the birthplace of all possibility? A quiet so profound that it holds the secrets of the universe's origin, waiting to be unveiled. What remains buried in that silent, primordial depths? Beneath these records, something is still alive, an echo of cosmic history preserved in the silent language of light and energy. Imagine a diary, written not with ink, but with photons and particles, capturing moments from the distant past. Each flicker of data, each burst of radiation, whispers secrets about the universe's ancient story, waiting patiently for us to decipher. One such secret lies in the MeV emissions detected after the DART impact. These high-energy signals are more than mere numbers. They are messengers from an ancient forge, stellar cores where elements are born. These gamma rays and particles tell us about nucleosynthesis, the cosmic alchemy that transforms simple matter into the building blocks of planets, life, and even ourselves. They are the fingerprints of processes that operated billions of years ago, in the heart of dying stars, during cataclysmic supernovae, and in the violent birth of our universe. Think of these emissions as a kind of cosmic fossil record, a time capsule buried deep within the fabric of space. Just as archaeologists unearth ancient relics to understand forgotten civilizations, scientists analyze these energetic traces to reconstruct the universe's earliest chapters. The MEV signals are the faint but persistent footprints of nuclear reactions, whispering that matter we see today was shaped in cosmic crucibles long before our planet formed. They're evidence that the universe's past is not lost, but encoded in the very particles that continue to ripple through space and time. In the aftermath of DART's collision, a cascade of debris was flung outward. Over 100 giant boulders, propelled at 187 kilometers per hour, each one a fragment of history, torn from the asteroid's surface. These fragments drift like celestial relics, carrying within them the story of their origin. As they scatter through space, they act as messengers too, their trajectories and compositions revealing the impact's force, the nature of the asteroid's material, and the unseen forces that govern cosmic interactions. But beyond the visible fragments and energetic emissions, there is a deeper truth. These phenomena, light, gamma rays, debris, are the universe's way of recording its own evolution. They are the silent witnesses to processes that sculpt galaxies and forge elements, hidden from direct sight but made accessible through our instruments. In capturing these signals, we are not just observing distant events, we are reading a universal diary, one written in the language of energy and time. As we piece together these fragments, both material and data, we come to understand that time itself is a form of memory. Light carries the universe's stories across eons. Fossils preserve the echoes of ancient worlds, and radiation records the fiery birth of elements. Each discovery is a reminder that the universe's history is alive within us, embedded in the very fabric of existence, waiting to be uncovered. Beneath these records, something is still alive, an ongoing dialogue between the past and the present, woven into the very essence of cosmic matter. The silent language of the universe beckons us to listen, to read its ancient diary, and perhaps to glimpse the eternal story of creation, destruction, and rebirth. In the vast darkness of space, where nothing is truly silent, a hidden universe hums with secrets we have only begun to uncover. Imagine the unseen, microscopic worlds teeming beneath surfaces, deep below the crust of an asteroid, or lurking within the silent depths of cosmic phenomena. These terrains are cloaked in mystery, their structures so extreme, so alien, that they defy our senses and stretch the limits of our understanding. When NASA's DART spacecraft collided with that small asteroid, it was more than a simple impact. It was a seismic event in the fabric of the cosmos, unleashing over 100 colossal boulders into space at 187 kilometers per hour. But what we saw, these giant fragments, was only the surface of a much deeper story. Beneath the rapid dispersal, a complex, hidden structure was at work, shifting the very momentum of the asteroid and challenging everything we thought we knew about planetary defense. Beneath the asteroid's rocky exterior lies a labyrinth of unseen forces, energy and matter intertwined in a delicate dance. Think of it as a cosmic underground network, a terrain so dense and so extreme that our instruments can only glimpse its outline. It's a landscape where the usual laws bend, where forces like magnetism and gravity forge unseen pathways, shaping the destiny of celestial bodies. Here, microscopic particles collide with each other in ways that generate enormous energy, altering the trajectory of entire worlds with subtle, invisible pushes. And within this immense, hidden universe, one structure stands out, the Magnetar, an object so powerful, so intense, it's like a star's secret weapon, whose magnetic field is 1 trillion times stronger than Earth's. This unseen behemoth wields forces that can distort space and time itself, creating a realm where the very fabric of reality is twisted and pulled. Its magnetic grip is so extreme that it can trap particles and radiation, forming a volatile, invisible fortress within the depths of space. But what kind of life waits inside this silence? Could these unseen realms harbor their own forms of existence? Are there microscopic organisms, or something entirely different? An energy pattern? A cosmic signature that thrives in these extreme environments? The question lingers, heavy with the weight of the unknown. We are explorers on the edge of understanding, peering into the darkness, trying to decipher the silent language of these hidden worlds. In the shadowy depths of space, scale becomes irrelevant. The tiny particles and vast celestial structures are woven into a single complex fabric, each influencing the other, shaping the universe in ways we are only beginning to comprehend. The impact of DART, for example, reveals a shift not just in the asteroid's trajectory, but in our perception of what lies beneath the surface. An unseen universe of forces that can both destroy and create. So, as we venture further into this cosmic silence, we must ask ourselves, what secrets are encoded in the hidden layers of matter and energy? What truths lie beneath the surface of the universe's grand design? The answer may be in the smallest particles, in the strongest magnetic fields, or in the silent, invisible structures that hold the universe together. The journey into the unseen has only just begun, and with each discovery, the universe's hidden terrains unfold, revealing a complexity that challenges our very notion of reality. But what kind of life waits inside this silence? In the quiet vastness of space, where darkness stretches beyond comprehension and silence reigns supreme, resilience whispers in every crack and crevice. It is in these extreme environments, where temperatures swing wildly, radiation dances unfiltered, and the very fabric of existence is tested, that life shows us its quiet, unwavering strength. From the tiniest microbe nestled within a mineral, deep beneath the surface of an asteroid, to the colossal structures of celestial bodies themselves, resilience manifests as an unspoken promise that survival is possible against all odds. Imagine the microscale, particles and microbes enduring the relentless assault of cosmic radiation, the crushing weight of underground pressures, and the absence of familiar sustenance. These resilient entities, often invisible to us, are like silent poets inscribing their stories into the universe's dark canvas. They survive where nothing seems to thrive, echoing the human spirit's capacity to persist amidst hardship. Just as a seed buried beneath layers of earth pushes roots through hardened stone, life in these extreme realms demonstrates an unyielding drive to endure, to adapt, to persist. On the macro scale, celestial bodies themselves tell stories of resilience. Asteroids, once thought to be inert remnants of cosmic chaos, reveal layers of complex history, strata formed by collisions, melting, and solidification, each layer a testament to survival through tumult. When the DART mission struck an asteroid, it didn't simply alter its course. It unleashed a cascade of giant boulders, each propelled into space at incredible speeds. In that act of collision, we saw more than a scientific experiment. We saw a reflection of resilience on a cosmic scale. The debris, flung outward with force, symbolized not destruction, but the universe's capacity to adapt and evolve, even in the aftermath of impact. Resilience, in both worlds, micro and macro, is a delicate dance with the unknown. It is the force that allows a tiny organism to survive in the shadowed depths of a planet, or the force that reshapes an asteroid, transforming chaos into a new chapter of existence. These phenomena are poetic in their silent strength, echoing human perseverance. Just as we face personal storms, loss, change, uncertainty, we mirror the universe's stubborn refusal to give up. Life, whether microscopic or celestial, does not merely endure. It adapts, it finds cracks in the hardest surfaces, learns to thrive in the shadows, and transforms adversity into a catalyst for growth. When we look at these distant worlds and the unseen forces that shape them, we see reflections of ourselves. We see a testament that persistence is woven into the very fabric of existence. It whispers that even in the most hostile, seemingly lifeless environments, there is a potential for renewal. a spark waiting to ignite against all odds. If life finds a way there, what are we capable of surviving? This question lingers softly in the mind, a gentle reminder that resilience is not just about surviving, but about evolving. It invites us to reflect on our own journey, our struggles, our setbacks, and recognize that, like the tiny microbes hiding beneath asteroid surfaces or the debris flung into space after impact, we possess an innate capacity to endure, to transform, and to emerge stronger. In this vast, silent universe, resilience is a quiet anthem. It urges us to trust in the unyielding strength of life, in its ability to adapt and flourish in the most unlikely places. It teaches us that even in the face of cosmic chaos, hope persists. And perhaps, in understanding these silent stories of survival beyond our planet, we find the courage to face our own challenges with a newfound reverence for the enduring human spirit, an eternal testament to the profound resilience woven into the very fabric of existence. NASA's DART mission was supposed to be simple, a test of planetary defense. But what happened next? It didn't just hit an asteroid. No, it unleashed over 100 giant boulders into space at 187 kilometers per hour. Imagine that, massive rocks tearing free, hurtling through the void. This was supposed to be a controlled collision, yet it created chaos, a shocking momentum shift that could change everything we thought we knew about defending our planet. And yet, something is unraveling fast. This isn't just science, it's a wake-up call. Our world is more vulnerable than ever. The universe is unpredictable. Are we truly prepared for what's coming? Comment what this awakening means to you. Share your thoughts, because in this high-stakes game of survival, understanding the true power of nature may be our only hope. The question is, are we ready to face it? In the vast silence of space, the universe once thrived in a delicate balance, an intricate web of forces holding galaxies, stars, and planets in a fragile harmony. But now, that balance is shattering. The recent events triggered by NASA's DART mission have revealed a brutal truth. The cosmos, and by extension our fragile Earth, is on the brink of irreversible collapse. It's as if the universe itself is unraveling, and with every fractured moment, the echoes of destruction grow louder. Imagine a magnetar, a neutron star so dense it distorts space and time around it. When it collapses under its own immense gravity, it releases a storm of gamma rays, an unstoppable force of annihilation that tears through the fabric of space. In that moment, the universe's most extreme object becomes a symbol of inevitable decay. Its collapse is not just a distant cosmic event, it mirrors our own planetary demise. The melting ice caps, the rising seas, these are the Earth's Magnetars, collapsing under the weight of human neglect and climate catastrophe. The ice, once vast and resilient, now disintegrates into a liquefied chaos, releasing stored carbon and methane that fuel a relentless, accelerating feedback loop. The planet's core trembles, fractures spreading like cracks in a glass about to shatter. And in that unraveling, the very ground beneath our feet begins to dissolve, metaphorically and literally. Coastal cities drown in a flood of their own making, swallowed by rising waters that pour in with unstoppable force. The forests burn with a fury that mirrors the dying stars, blackened skeletons of what once thrived, releasing clouds of smoke that choke the atmosphere. The air thickens with the ash of our own destruction, a grim reminder that what was once alive is now only a shadow of its former self. Our ecosystems, like collapsing galaxies, lose coherence, drifting into chaos. Meanwhile, the Earth's atmosphere, our protective shell, becomes a volatile, raging storm. Hurricanes grow to monstrous proportions, their eye of calm a cruel illusion amid the chaos. Temperatures soar, melting glaciers and permafrost, releasing ancient pathogens and greenhouse gases long trapped in ice. The planet's surface cracks and buckles, fissures running like veins of illness through the crust, signaling internal failure. Every earthquake, every volcanic eruption is a symptom of that collapsing core, an internal implosion mirrored on the surface. This environmental decay is not isolated. It reflects a deeper cosmic disintegration. The universe's expansion, once a steady march outward, now feels like a slow, inevitable retreat into darkness. Galaxies collide, stars die in supernovae, and black holes grow fat on the remnants of the cosmos. It's as if the universe itself is collapsing inward, a cosmic heart giving out after a long, relentless beat. And in that cosmic unraveling, our Earth becomes a tiny, fragile node, a speck caught in the gravitational chaos of a dying universe. The recent asteroid event, DART's unintended consequence, exposed how little control we have over these forces. The mission intended to redirect a threat, but instead, it unleashed a chaos of giant boulders, smashing through space at 187 kilometers per hour. That violent release, more than 100 massive rocks flung into the void, was a visceral symbol of how fragile our grasp on stability truly is. It's as if the universe, in its death throes, is tossing debris in all directions, scattering the remnants of what once was. And in that chaos, new powers begin to stir. The collapse awakens primal forces, forces we have only glimpsed in the extreme edges of the universe. Dark energy, unseen but dominant, begins to shape the cosmos in ways we cannot yet comprehend. The very fabric of space and time shows signs of tearing apart, hinting at a future where the universe might not just fade, but fracture into innumerable fragments. Similarly, Earth's own crumbling environment awakens hidden resistances, microbial life thriving in toxic ruins, resilient organisms adapting to radioactive landscapes. Life persists, but at a cost. A planet unraveling into chaos, its ecosystems fraying apart like threads in a tapestry. This is the grim reality, the universe's slow death spiral, mirrored in the accelerating decay of Earth. The collapse is not a distant threat. It's an ongoing process, a visceral, relentless tearing apart of everything. Our civilization stands on the edge of this abyss, gazing into the void where once was stability, now only chaos. The cosmic and earthly worlds collide in a symphony of destruction, each echoing the other's demise. And as the universe continues to unravel, we are left with a stark truth. The forces that built this cosmos are also the forces that will undo it. The collapse is irreversible, a final chapter written in the language of destruction. Our efforts to intervene, to control, are mere whispers against the roar of cosmic decay. The universe's silent, unstoppable collapse reminds us that no matter how advanced, how the recent event involving NASA's DART mission, where an asteroid was deliberately altered and caused the ejection of over 100 giant boulders into space, offers more than a technical or scientific insight. It prompts us to reflect on the deeper currents that shape our global trajectory. Who wields the power to determine the future, and who is left behind or obscured in its shadow? As we contemplate this event, we must consider the complex web of motivations, geopolitical, ethical, economic, that drive humanity's expanding reach into the cosmos. Space has long been regarded as the final frontier, a realm of infinite possibility and unbounded resource potential. Today, space mining looms as a new frontier, promising access to rare Earth elements, platinum group metals, and other vital materials essential for our technology-driven society. In theory, these resources could alleviate Earth's scarcity and reduce conflict over terrestrial supplies. In practice, however, the pursuit of space minerals is intertwined with existing patterns of inequality, power projection, and colonial legacies. Much like the history of Earth-bound resource extraction, space mining risks becoming a new arena of inequality. Just as colonial powers once exploited distant lands for their riches, contemporary nations and corporations are positioning themselves to claim sovereignty over celestial bodies. The Outer Space Treaty of 1967, which prohibits sovereign claims over celestial bodies, was designed as a safeguard, Yet, its ambiguities and the emergence of private actors challenge its effectiveness. Behind the scenes, geopolitical interests drive nations to establish footholds, whether through satellite infrastructure, research stations, or even clandestine missions aimed at securing strategic advantages. The recent asteroid event exemplifies the delicate balance between knowledge and control. Humanity possesses unprecedented scientific knowledge about celestial mechanics, yet our control remains fragile and provisional. The act of redirecting an asteroid, an act of planetary defense, becomes a symbol of technological mastery. But it also exposes the risks of hubris, of assuming mastery over forces that are, in essence, indifferent or even hostile. The ejection of giant boulders into space was a calculated move, yet it also revealed how little we truly understand about the cascading consequences of our interventions. In this context, the event raises ethical questions about our role as custodians or conquerors of space. Are we acting responsibly, or are we merely asserting dominance under the guise of protection? Who benefits from these actions? Is it the global community, or a select few nations and corporations seeking to monopolize space resources? The parallels to Earth's history of resource extraction are unavoidable. Rare earths, minerals vital for electronics and renewable energy, are concentrated in regions with fragile ecosystems and marginalized populations. The extraction often leaves environmental scars and perpetuates inequality. The economic motivations are clear. Securing access to extraterrestrial resources could reshape global markets, potentially destabilizing existing economic hierarchies. The temptation to control these resources, whether through direct ownership or technological advantage, mirrors colonial patterns. In this pursuit, the underlying assumption persists that control over natural resources equates to power. But this power is fragile, as the asteroid event demonstrated. The universe's unpredictable forces remind us that no matter how advanced our technology, we remain vulnerable to the chaos and vastness of space. Furthermore, the event prompts us to consider who is shaping this future and who is being forgotten. Major spacefaring nations and corporations are investing heavily in their strategic interests, often with little regard for the broader implications. Meanwhile, marginalized communities, those most affected by environmental degradation and resource scarcity, are often absent from the decision-making tables. The environmental and social costs of space resource extraction could mirror Earth's history of exploitation, exacerbating inequality rather than alleviating it. And so we ask, who shapes the future, and who is forgotten in its shadow? Are we driven by a collective desire for progress, or by individual pursuits of power and profit? The asteroid event underscores the limits of control, revealing that our technological prowess does not exempt us from the universe's inherent unpredictability. It compels us to reflect on whether our ambitions are sustainable or merely a new form of colonialism, an extension of Earth's patterns into the cosmos. In contemplating this, we must also consider the broader implications for humanity's ethical framework. As we venture into space, do we carry the same values, justice, equity, responsibility, that we aspire to uphold on Earth? Or are we at risk of replicating the inequalities and conflicts that have plagued us for centuries? The pursuit of extraterrestrial resources, if driven solely by greed and power, threatens to deepen existing divisions rather than bridge them. The recent asteroid incident, with its surprising momentum shift, serves as a metaphor for the unpredictable nature of our endeavors. It reminds us that mastery over the cosmos is an illusion, that we are part of a universe far more vast and complex than our ambitions often acknowledge. In this light, our technological achievements become a reflection of both our ingenuity and our hubris. Ultimately, the challenge is to forge a future rooted in ethical responsibility, equity, and humility. We must question who benefits from space exploration. And in the aftermath of the DART mission, a new chapter in humanity's relationship with the cosmos begins to unfold. We stood at a crossroads, witnessing how a single act of technological prowess unleashed a cascade of unforeseen consequences. over 100 giant boulders hurled into space at 187 kilometers per hour, reshaping the very fabric of our planetary defense. This moment, both awe-inspiring and sobering, challenges us to confront the profound ethical implications of our actions beyond Earth. It forces us to ask, what kind of future are we forging, and who truly holds the power to decide? Imagine, for a moment, a future where our technological hubris spirals out of control. In this dystopian vision, the explosion of boulders becomes more than just a spectacle. It transforms into a weaponized chaos. Nations, corporations, or rogue actors, blinded by greed or ambition, harness the chaos to pursue dominance, weaponizing celestial debris, destabilizing planetary systems, even targeting each other through manipulated space hazards. The universe, once a realm of infinite wonder and discovery, devolves into a battleground of unchecked power. Humanity's reckless pursuit of resource extraction and control, untempered by ethical restraint, deepens inequalities and ignites conflicts that extend beyond our planet. In this dark future, the cosmos no longer belongs to all of us, but becomes a tool or a weapon for those with the audacity to wield it, leaving the vulnerable to suffer the fallout of our hubris. But beneath this bleak horizon, there lies a different possibility, one rooted in responsibility, humility, and collective agency. Picture a future where we learn from the chaos of DART, using it as a catalyst for profound ethical reflection. Humanity recognizes that our reach exceeds our grasp, and that the universe's vastness demands reverence, not conquest. We establish international frameworks, transparent, inclusive, and adaptive, that govern our interactions with celestial bodies. Scientific progress becomes coupled with social responsibility, prioritizing environmental sustainability and equitable access to space's resources. In this vision, the unintended release of boulders serves as a wake-up call, inspiring global unity. Nations collaborate to develop safer, more ethical planetary defense strategies, emphasizing prevention over reaction, foresight over impulse. Space exploration becomes a shared human endeavor, guided by principles of justice and stewardship. Here, the universe is seen not as a frontier to conquer, but as a realm to protect and preserve for future generations. The contrast is stark, yet the choice remains within our hands. The future is a mirror reflecting our values, either a descent into chaos or a rise toward collective enlightenment. The pivotal question is, who are we in this story? Are we passive spectators, victims of cosmic forces beyond our control, or active architects shaping the destiny of our species? The agency lies with each of us: scientists, policymakers, citizens, explorers. Our decisions today carve the pathways of tomorrow. Think about the ethical weight of our actions. When we launch a mission, do we consider not only the immediate technological objectives, but also the long-term consequences for Earth and beyond? Do we acknowledge that our pursuit of knowledge and resources must be balanced with humility and justice? The universe's unpredictability, illustrated vividly by the DART event, reminds us that no matter how advanced our technology, we cannot fully command the cosmos, only learn to coexist with it. In the end, it's not just a story of stars, it's a story of us. We are the authors of this unfolding narrative, holding the power to shape a future defined by responsibility or recklessness. The choice is ours: to heed the lessons of chaos and act with humility, or to ignore them and risk unleashing irreversible consequences. The universe is open, vast, and full of mysteries, but it is also a mirror reflecting our deepest values. Will we rise to the challenge of stewardship, or will we let our ambitions blind us and deepen the fractures within our own humanity? The path ahead demands conscious engagement. It calls us to see ourselves not as conquerors of the cosmos, but as its custodians. A future of hope is possible, one where our technological achievements serve as a testament to our collective wisdom, where every boulder, every asteroid reminds us of our fragile place in the universe and our responsibility to act ethically. It is within our power to choose a trajectory that elevates us beyond mere survival, toward a future of shared resilience and purpose. So, as we stand at this moment of profound possibility, remember, the future is not predetermined. It is a reflection of our choices, our values, and our collective will. The universe awaits, not as an adversary, but as an opportunity. We can shape it with humility, guided by justice and responsibility, or let it slip through our fingers into chaos. The story of humanity is still being written, and it hinges on one fundamental truth, that the future is ours to define. Now, let us fall into silence, listening to the silent echoes of our choices. The moment when humanity struck the asteroid and watched over 100 colossal boulders scatter into the void was more than a scientific event. It was a mirror held up to our hubris, a reminder of how delicate the balance truly is. Each action we take in the cosmos sends ripples through the fabric of our shared future. Let your voice be the whisper that urges responsibility over reckless conquest, that champions stewardship over domination. The universe does not belong to us alone. It is a collective inheritance, fragile and vast. As we stand at this crossroads, consider how our stories intertwine with the stars, how our decisions craft the legacy we leave behind. Share your reflections. Let them resonate through the collective consciousness. Because in this cosmic dance, our humility and care may be the keys to survival and the true definition of progress. The future is waiting for our gentle, conscious step forward. As the dust settled and the fragments drifted into the silent expanse, the echoes of humanity's bold act lingered like whispers in the void. The collision, once seen as a simple act of defiance against the chaos, revealed itself as a delicate dance with the universe's inherent unpredictability. Those colossal boulders, unleashed at nearly 200 kilometers per hour, embodied both our ingenuity and our humility, reminders of how small we are within the vast, indifferent cosmos. We had touched the fabric of celestial balance, momentarily shifting its rhythm, yet forever bound by its enduring mystery. In that quiet aftermath, a profound question arose. Are we stewards of the stars, or mere transient guests in their eternal story? As we gaze outward, the universe's silent grandeur invites us to ponder whether our actions forge a path of harmony or chaos. And in that infinite silence, we find ourselves inevitably woven into its timeless, unfolding song.